To hear some veterans tell it, the day was unlike any other. Whether it was the way they were thanked, the comradeship with other veterans, or just feeling like they belonged, the day was a special one. Big Apple Honor Flight, mission number 3, like all honor flights, gave veterans of 4 of America's conflicts, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and the Middle East, a day of unity and comradeship. The veterans and their guardians who made the trip to our nation's capital celebrated their own service, and for others, it was a chance for a public who at one time shunned them upon their return home to be shown the gratitude they long deserved. Founded in 2005, the mission of the Honor Flight Network is to celebrate America's veterans by inviting them to share in a day of honor at our nation's memorials. On that day, veterans experience the honor, gratitude, and community of support they deserve. Today, there are more than 125 hubs around the country, of which Big Apple Honor Flight is one. The network itself has brought more than 250,000 veterans at no charge to Washington, D.C. for a day of celebration in their honor. Mission number 3 began at Resorts World, New York City. Veterans and their guardians met with Big Apple Honor Flight staff, boarded buses, and were escorted to JFK Airport for a red carpet departure ceremony.
Please know that all of us here, our families and friends, as well as a grateful nation, owe you a debt of gratitude that cannot be repaid.
I'd quickly like to thank our sponsors, without which we just could not have this happen. We have Jeff Gural, who I'll get to in a moment, Barbara Gural, Jane Gural Senders, Banco Santander, Ernst & Young, Art Corporation, Hub International, Andrew Alpstein, Salvatore McCone, Neil Gerlich, James Kuhn, Tioga Downs Racetrack, the Daughters of the American Revolution Richmond County Chapter, and Ridgewood Savings Bank. And I just want to say on a personal note, Jeff Gural, who helped found the Honor Flight, helped raise over the last 3 flights over $250,000. And without him and his gratitude for your service, we certainly could not be here. Thank you to all of our sponsors. My name is Brian Marr. Along with my wife, Rebecca, we are the co-founders of Big Apple Honor Flight. We started this because we have an absolute dedication to our veterans, to let you all know just how important your service and sacrifice and those of your families are to all of us.
From there, it was on to our nation's capital. The arrival at Reagan National Airport was celebratory and joyful as well-wishers and passers-by cheered the veterans and their guardians. The multi-bus contingent made its way past the Marine Corps Memorial, also known as the Iwo Jima Monument, celebrating one of our nation's hardest-earned and costliest victories of World War II. The hallowed grounds of Arlington National Cemetery were next, and the reverence for the Tomb of the Unknowns was experienced in all its glory. The World War II Memorial, which opened in 2004, gave the veterans an opportunity to appreciate those who fought in that war and to engage with younger veterans and fellow visitors about their service.
My father had 4 boys in World War II. And thank God we all came back alive. Right now, they're all passed away except me. When I came home from service, my father said, "You're going back to work right away." And they put me back to work. I was a butcher. I went right back to work.
Yeah, it was very nice, very wonderful, very, very nice. The send-off was terrific. The fire department was there, the police department, and it was just, I don't know, just a once-in-a-lifetime experience. That's all I can say. That's put it right in a nutshell.
I think that when you're talking about a group of people who've given so much, and you wonder how can you thank these people for what they've done, and you can't really fully thank them for what they've done. But I think that Honor Flight does something that gives people, an experience that they've never had before. It's something they'll remember for the rest of their lives. And as a young person, I think that, more young people right now should be honoring veterans and honoring these heroes.
This is just fantastic. It's unbelievable. I cannot believe how organized and how good it makes me feel. I had tears in my eyes. It was just unbelievable. Everybody clapping, yelling, they wanted to shake my hand. It was just unbelievable.
It's the welcome home I never got. I feel so good about after today. I'll never be the same. I mean, it's been wonderful. It's been a wonderful day. Words can't tell you what this means. When I came home in 1970, what did I get? What did we get? We got nothing, right? But look at this. I feel like a celebrity.
It's a good memories and some sad, but all in all, I'm experiencing. It's quite an experience.
It's good, about time after 50 years, but it's good. It's a good day, very good day.
It's getting better. It's a slow healing process, but it's getting better, yes. Want to shake your hand and take a picture and buy you a beer? Yeah.
When we did this for our World War II veterans, there seemed to be a certain type of energy and anticipation that was really, really special. When it comes to Vietnam veterans, because their service was attached to so much negativity when they got home, it's almost more of a solemn experience. And on that emotional level, it makes it, to a degree, even more special than previous flights, because it's such a personal day for some of these veterans, experiencing being thanked, some of them for the very first time.
Visits to the emotional Vietnam Veterans Memorial and the Korean War Veterans Memorial accented a day wrought with feelings that many had buried inside, some for as many as 70 years.
I've been here before, 50 years ago, but this was the greatest day of my life. This has to be amongst the best. This was great. I feel so honored.
I was just telling them, one day you're in the war, next day you're in ShopRite. It's emotional. It's nice to see this. It's really, brings out emotion.
My best friend was killed February 1st, the day Tet Offensive started. He was with the 101st Airborne. And Timmy Murrin, I joined the Marine Corps with on the buddy plan. He's on this wall. And I command the troops in Vietnam, and a lot of them are on this wall. To come and see these memorials of the people who paved the way for us, to come and just pay your respect.
I think it's the best thing I ever did. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. It was wonderful. And if you get a chance, people have to come and see this, because they don't realize what actually these veterans are about. They went to war, that was it. But this is absolutely beautiful. And you got to get a chance to see this in yourself.
Absolutely amazing. I've been to Washington several times on my own. I've never seen anything like this. A lot of new memorials that I've never seen before. They've treated us like we were really heroes of the war. There was a lot of hostility to servicemen as far as even participating in the war, even though they were fighting for our country. And when they came back to this country, many of them were just shunned, and it's unfortunate because they did a service that we'll never be able to repay to them. To me, any veteran who really has heard about the Honor Flight should get in touch with the nearest Honor Flight Center and become part of it. We have something to say, and we have something to show for our service.
A celebratory dinner was the prelude for the start of the trip home for the now weary veterans and their guardians.
We don't just honor you for your service, we appreciate you for everything you did afterwards. Every single person in this room who took the oath, just by that action, you did more than 93.6% of all Americans. What's the quote? A veteran is someone who at one point in their life wrote a blank check made payable to the United States of America for an amount up to and including what? Their life. You don't owe anyone anything.
While on board the American Airlines flight home, Big Apple Honor Flight held one of its own ceremonial events. It's called Mail Call, and not unlike their time in the service, the veterans each received packages of mail from family members, neighbors, school children, and other well-wishers.
Today was an unbelievable day. I got to meet real American heroes. A good time with everyone. Everyone shared their views, shared their stories, and made each other feel good about being here together. This is a life-changing experience. It would be a real life-changing experience for some guys.
The return was capped by a welcome home celebration that was truly worthy of a veteran returning home from conflict. Hundreds of people waited to joyfully welcome them back home.
It was a great day, a really great day. It's an event that all veterans should go through.
They're gonna hang in my room.
All right.
Yep.
Good. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm in assisted living, so I got a room all to myself. And all these things are going up on the board.
I recommend it wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. As soon as I get back, I'll, whatever I come in contact with, I'll push it along.
Big Apple Honor Flight will continue to bring veterans to Washington, D.C. as part of the Honor Flight network. But they need your help. They need to find veterans who wish to take the trip. They need to find guardians who will escort the veterans throughout the day. But they also need sponsors willing to make the tax-deductible donations to this 501c3 charity to assure planes can be chartered, buses lined up, food for the veterans and guardians obtained, and marketing to veterans and their families who might be interested in making the trip.
I got involved in this, to honor my grandfather who served in Korea. Unfortunately, he passed away, but I wanted to live on in his memory and give something back to the men of his generation, and to honor them in such a unique and special way. It means the world to me, and to see it in their eyes. It's why we do it. It's why all of our team, our flight committee does it. Our team does it. It's indescribable. They're comrades again. That's it. They transform into the warriors they were 50, 60, 70 years ago. And they're still cracking jokes. It's the camaraderie. It's real. It's palpable. And they get to experience that again.
Please consider your support for these brave men and women who were prepared to give everything to keep our country safe. It's our turn to say thank you.